Second cut has started. Only got 5 rounds done. We had a neighbor to the south of us. I guess you guys would have watched me get the bull out of a neighbor's to the north of me, and now the south of me, I had a neighbor who claims he was chasing his steers down the road and they climbed into ours. But regardless, we've had plenty of history with this guy. His cattle are always out. His dad was the same way, but his dad used to put him in our pasture all the time, especially if he was getting low of pasture himself. So I don't know if he's back to his dad's habits, but what I'm assuming is the cattle were really out because, like I said, they're 14, 16-month yearlings and they weigh 700 pounds because they get starved. So I'm sure that when they got out, we have one spot where there's a culvert goes through the road, and the wires aren't as tight where it goes and fences right to the road, so they might have crawled in there. But we had to go cowboy them up and haul a load of panels out and take the saddle horses and walk ours all in, because we don't have a full corral out there, so it keeps people from stealing our cattle. So we had to put panels out and then walk them all in and then sort his out. So I only got 5 rounds cut yesterday. So we had a little thunderstorm. The ground shows wet. Most of that's because of the irrigation, but like I said, I'll probably can get some drips to fall. I don't know. Anyhow, it feels damp because we did get a little shower, and that's the most we've had. So here's my Heston 1383. I did buy the machine. It had some discounts on it as part of what Heston was throwing at the deal, and I was able to finance it over a little longer time, and then I got mosquitoes flying in my mouth, and then I got a little lower interest rate than what Massey was offering, so I financed it. That's a 20-year investment for me, because like I said, I only cut 500 acres a year. I don't cut thousands and thousands and thousands. I'm not OLF. So, and I already own the tractor, so I don't need a self-propelled, that's for sure. So I'm gonna wait for the sun to come out and we'll get back to work. You can see the corn's getting big. Sniper's going for a little walk. Oh, look at, there's a tassel. So this corn would be about 8 feet tall here, but this would also probably be the best part of the field. This is the, well, you can tell that the video stopped there for a second. As soon as I get a phone call, my videos always stop. It shuts off the phone that way. So what I was telling you is that's the best part of the field. That's where Wyatt, if you're on Instagram, that's where I have Wyatt stand when I take his picture. But like I said, there it's 8 feet tall. So you can see the vertically challenged corn over here. We got pivot problems, so that's what Wyatt gets to work on today. But I just got a phone call that my baler parts were all in. So we're gonna run to town and get the baler parts, make sure we got everything we need. And by now you would have watched the baler video and know that the baler's broken. So we'll go put Sniper away and drive to town and get parts. So we'll be back to the hayfield soon. It's after 12 now. I'm gonna finish this strip and then go run in for some lunch and come back going. groups out of the, you know, the 600 cows you're doing. And if you haven't roped and you're done, you know, you're finishing your third, you don't just automatically go get your horse, because you might not get to rope that day. And that's kind of the highlight, is getting to rope. I guess I should slow down a little here. I pushed the wrong button. So instead of cutting at 7 miles an hour, I was cutting at 13 miles an hour. So now I'm making a mess. So I guess I should be video and I'm trying to cut hay at the same time. Some fun in the summertime, not just work for me the whole time. And it's nice to go see tide. So, well, like I said, when you like riding horses and working cattle, they're pretty fun to go to. Especially when you get to, when it's your turn to drag calves to the fire. Makes you feel pretty good. Especially when you see your horse improving each time you go. Well, we're going to get up to a bumpy part, so I better shut it off so I don't go crazy here and leave a bunch of misses. So I'll bring it back out in a bit. Well, you can see I've got something accomplished. Must be, got 2 pivot towers cut plus the overhang. So we're gonna go for a walk in the alfalfa. And you can see that there are some pretty purple flowers, and then there's lots of just buds. And I don't know what you'll be able to see. You see this here, should be up over here. Oh, I don't know what you're seeing there. Anyhow, we had a storm last night. Thunderstorm with wind, and it blew the alfalfa down. So now we'll go show you the difference in how it's getting cut. Oh, well, this will be a good example here. Okay, so you see that stubble is nice, and that was coming towards the camera. And we'll skip over to here. Now this one's where I opened up, so you drive on it. We'll go over one more. Here we'll go right here, because this will show pretty good. Okay, it doesn't look too different. So right here is where the mower was. So this side is coming towards the camera, and this side is going away from the camera. And there is, besides maybe an inch in places, like here it's not much difference, but if you look at this plant, you know how tall it is versus something over here, there's just, so maybe not an inch, but there's a ½ inch difference. And then if you come here, there's kind of a raggy little bit here, and that is going away from the camera, and that just how the alfalfa was laying. But let's see how this is nice and conditioned. Got breaks in the stems, got a break here, a break, a break. Anyhow, that one just about broke off, so another break. Anyhow, it's well conditioned, so it should dry. Wyatt and Papa got the pivot going over there, so this fat boy is gonna go in and get some lunch and come back and knock this hay down. So I was even gonna attempt to take my loader off today just for something different, and I couldn't get the pin to come out. So I was gonna show off for you guys and everything and show that I wasn't totally inept. I could take a loader off, but I'll have to work on that another day. So you don't need to shake with me walking back, so I'll bring you out later and we'll show if I've accomplished anything. Sorry, I got so shaky. Just had a mosquito bite my finger, and I react to those things. So I will confess, this is the next morning. Not because I didn't get done yesterday, because when you're fat like me and you get a text message saying that supper's ready, you don't stop to make a video, you get your butt to the house and eat supper. So I was trying to hurry yesterday so that we could go branding today at the night ranch where Ty is, and Wyatt and I saddled up at 3 o'clock and loaded our horses and packed our lunches and boogied, and we got halfway to the ranch and the ranch foreman texted us to say that they were raining, so he was canceling for today and we'll brand tomorrow. So I thought better finish this video and let you guys know that the hay bind does work. That extra foot, being a 13 foot over the 12, makes a huge difference. You know, like every dozen rounds you make another one comparatively to the 12 foot. So did a really nice job, and the flotation of that machine is so much better that I do drive faster. Of course, yesterday when I pushed the wrong button, I ended up going 13 miles an hour, and I don't go anywhere like that. The machine's capable, but it's too rough and there's too many sprayer tracks from 4 years ago. So as you can see, Sniper's enjoying himself. He's kind of the star of the channel. Right, Snipe? So anyhow, so Wyatt was pretty sad we didn't get to go branding, but I told him don't unsaddle your horse. We'll go and check some cows around here. But guess where he is? He's sleeping on the couch. Once he got back to the house, he went and laid down and went to sleep. So anyhow, it's kind of an overcast day. We had another little storm last night. We didn't get much here, but other places got hail, and I don't carry any hail insurance, so, and I need every bit of feed I can grow, so that hail can go somewhere else. So, but there's pictures my wife showed me from Facebook of Lethbridge where hail was little, it looked like little snow piles on the sidewalks and the stairs and stuff. So if the sun comes out today and dries up a bit, I'm gonna cut that little triangular piece of new seeding hay and get that cut so we can get the weeds cleared off of it and let it come back. So my plan was to spray this out, and I was gonna spray it before I cut it, and I didn't get to it because I don't have crop dividers, and so I was gonna get it custom done and never got it done. So then the plan was to spray it immediately after I get the hay baled and off and get enough growth. I'll spray it, and then I was gonna work some sprayer tracks down and the pivot ruts and plant triticale. Triticale is really hard to find this year. A lot of the guys already sold seed from this year's crop, so they haven't combined yet, but I would guess that 98% of all your seed production would be on dry land. So with the dry land, with the drought, there's not much seed. So I called a couple guys yesterday and they basically said that all of their stuff they had is spoken for, and that they were actually looking for other seed growers to try to buy seed from them to fulfill their deals. So we might, if I can get my crap together, pun intended, I might spread manure on here and then plant it to oats, and the cows can graze the oats this fall. But this land is, I farmed it for 25 years and it's only had manure on it once, and that was 7 years ago. And this sand, what it needs is manure every 4 years. So, but spreading manure is a pretty expensive endeavor, so it'll cost me a few $1,000s. So gonna see what I can do about that, and like I said, the main thing is we're gonna stop the alfalfa and kill it, and kill the weeds and grass, and prepare to either plant, you know, barley and peas or something for silage, or corn here next year. But as you can see, corn and alfalfa breaking works, so I might just grow corn here next year. I got a couple neighbors that want it pretty bad for potatoes, and one of them, they'll pay $500 an acre for potato rent, but what he would rather do is he wants to give me a circle of hay for me to take 3 cuttings on, and then he'll take this land, grow potatoes, and then the next year he will do all the work and then plant and pay for the seed and everything, and then plant it all back to hay for me. So we might do that, but we might not. Kind of like to stay independent. But I'm making another long video again, so I better shut up. So be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and have yourselves a great day. Take care.